What's up guys, my name is Sean, welcome to my tech channel. So today we're checking out 3 different headsets at 3 different price points and different features and specs from a company called EKSA. Here I have the E900 gaming headset, E900PRO and E900 Bluetooth. First, let me tell you the agenda for the video. First, we'll do an unboxing so we can check out what's in each box as well as the build quality. Number 2, we're going to review the specs for each of these headsets. Number 3, we're going to do a fit test and sound quality. And finally, I will give you my final conclusion. As always, links down in the description below so you guys can click and try to check out more about what this company has to offer, because they have a ton of different products that you all can check out. As always, just a selfish reminder, putting these videos together takes a long time. So if you do want to support me, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you enjoy content like this, tech reviews, anything that you can plug in or has a battery in it, I review, such as speakers, routers, keyboards, and headsets and whatnot. So please consider subscribing. We're going to start with the E900, which is the least expensive in the lineup. Hey, sorry to interrupt the video. I had to give you a very important correction that I realized after I tested and shot the entire video, and that is how I was trying to connect the Bluetooth version of this headset, which is the third product I'm about to review, with any devices such as a PlayStation, phone, or laptop. You see, this transmitter in the video, I'm describing it as you connect this to your, let's say, laptop, and then you connect this to the headphone. But the USB Type-C that you have on this headset is only for charging. And as a matter of fact, this is your entire transmitter with the USB Type-C. And this is essentially your USB Type-C to USB Type-A adapter. So if your laptop has a USB Type-A, then this is how you connect it. If it has a USB Type-C, or you want to try to connect it to your phone that has a USB Type-C, you only need this. This is the brain, this is the transmitter. And once I was able to connect that, then everything was just fine. I will also give you a new recap at the end of this video with this correction. This is the E900. It is not battery powered. The connection type is your typical 3.5 millimeter auxiliary cable that you can use. It has 50 millimeter driver. Frequency supports between 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. Owner's manual, a Y connector right here, and your boom mic. I love a nice carrying pouch. I'm a huge sucker for any kind of carrying cases or carrying pouches. This is velvety and soft. It comes with a fairly long cable. I'm measuring about 8 or 9 feet. It is very lightweight. It weighs about 23 grams. The padding at the top is fairly soft. This is plastic. This is a softer plastic at the top, but this is a hard plastic. Matte finish, nothing shiny that seems to be absorbing fingerprints. I think this is aluminum frame if I'm not mistaken. You have step adjustments on each side and it will click through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have these visible cables and these will swivel. You have your right and left clearly visible. These are very soft pads right here, and you have purple accent throughout, as you can see. You have the logo on both sides and you have the brand name at the top. This only comes in one color. You have a mute button and you have your volume button right here. Let's attach the boom. And if you remember, before I put this on, the microphone is directional. These cups don't seem to be removable. 35 bucks. Because this is wired, there's really no latency to report on, and it does not offer any surround capability. Okay, this is the E900PRO, and this is where things starts to get a little bit more exciting. They have this priced at $50, and this gives you a couple of different added features and option and connectivity as well. So you do have the option to connect this via USB and your typical auxiliary cable, 50 millimeter driver, but these are dual chamber drivers. The easiest way to describe that is they have 2 different chamber for these drivers, one for your highs and one for your mids essentially. So that way you get a little bit nicer separation and crisper audio. The mic sensitivity is the same. It has the same frequency response in the driver, but this offers surround sound capability as well, and another way for you to connect. It also comes in multiple colors. You can get this in black, white, and yellow. The microphone is also detachable in this one. So you have your owner's manual, you have your detachable mic. There is a USB-A to USB type C connection. You get another Y adapter as well, and you get a USB type C to auxiliary jack 3.5 millimeter. So 15 bucks more, you get a lot more design advancements depending on what your style is. The overall feel is a little bit better. We're gonna review it, but right off the bat, I could tell you that these cushions are way beefier than the E900, and you have two ways to connect, and you get surround sound. So already I could tell you for extra 15 bucks, this is definitely not a bad deal. Some branding here, innovation for gamers, EKSA name at the top, and EKSA logo on this one side. I think the black model you get, it is all blacked out. So if you want something more subtle, you can consider that. It's the same frame they used. So the construction of the frame is the same, the adjustments the same, the pad at the top seems the same, the cushions are beefier, and somehow this plastic feels better. It could be an illusion because of the pattern on it, but something about it having some weight to it feels more premium. Let's see how much this one weighs. 27 grams. The cables don't have any controls on them, and now you have everything on the device itself. Oh yeah, this offers some LED light show as well. You have your USB port at the bottom, and this is your mic boom right here. The boom mic attaches the same way. It clicks and snaps right in. And the last one is the E900 Bluetooth. This one is $80. It does have a rechargeable battery. It has multiple ways for the connection, but the sound quality I believe is the same. They use the same type of driver, the dual chamber driver they have. It have the same frequency response, but besides multiple ways to connect, it gives you a little bit more again on top of that as well. Bluetooth 5.0, 50 millimeter driver. The Bluetooth range is about 10 meters or about 30 feet. Again, same frequency response, 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. The battery is 1000 milliamp. And if you have the lights turned off, it should give you about 50 hours of usage. It offers fast charging. It takes 2 hours to charge the entire device. And if you charge it for only 3 minutes, it gives you 1 hour of playtime. Let's take a look. All black, same construction, same aluminum, same way to adjust the headset, same foam at the top. So construction from here on up is exactly the same. Getting down here, looks like these foam right here for your ear is same as the E900 Bluetooth, the Pro version, I'm sorry. Similar to that, you have some of your dials right here. There is a power button, auxiliary, USB Type-C, and the mic. This is not detachable, but it actually goes into the device. So when you don't need it, I think this is pretty clever. You can just pull it out. And this one weighs just over 30 grams. Let's check out the accessories that you get with this one. You have your owner's manual, bunch of graphics, multiple language. You get a USB-A to USB-C. I suspect this is for charging, but it does not come with a power brick. And then this is your auxiliary cable. And here is something new that the other two did not have. This is a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter if you want to use a low latency connection, because we know Bluetooth, if you're a competitive gamer, is not going to be the fastest. And the latency with this is 20 milliseconds. These are your LED lightings. You can see this would light up. Inside is clearly marked. Looks like this aluminum frame, it goes all the way through. Hopefully no one has a head that is this big, but if it is, this is not creaking when you pull it this far apart. This only comes in this color, all black, and it has the same dual chamber driver as the E900 Pro. So here are all three of them side by side. I want to give you a quick recap of all the specs. E900, $35, E900 Pro, $50, E900 Bluetooth, $80. No batteries in these. This one has a 1000 milliamp battery. that lasts about 50 hours if the light is not on, and it takes 2 hours to charge it from 0 to 100%. And with a quick charge, with 3 minutes of charge, you get about 1 hour of usage. The E900 gives you only one way to connect, and that is your standard 3.5 millimeter cable that is attached to this, and you cannot replace it. The E900 Pro, you can connect via USB or 3.5 millimeter jack, and it does not have any connected cable. So if you do want to get a longer cable or to replace it, you can. And this gives you the most ways to connect: wired, wireless, via 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, or Bluetooth. Since this is the only wireless option, the latency of this is 20 millisecond in wireless mode, and when it's wired, obviously no latency. Sound quality, they all have a 50 millimeter driver. However, the E900 Pro and E900 Bluetooth, they have a dual chamber driver and offer a 7.1 surround capability. Color selection, E900 only in black, E900 Bluetooth only black, E900 Pro, you have 3 different color options. E900 Bluetooth has an equalizer that you can switch between movie mode, game mode, and music mode. E900 Pro has light show. And finally, the mic is attached to this one that retracts into the device itself. And the E900 and E900 Pro, the mic booms are detachable. All right, it's time to do fit check and sound check, starting with the E900. Again, this is the cheapest in the lineup at 35 bucks. So the cushions are very, very soft. I don't get any pressure at all that would make it uncomfortable, but it does have enough pressure that I don't necessarily experience any movements. This is adjustable. So let me plug this in. So I'm listening to Space Cadet, which gives you a lot of highs as well as deep bass. It gives you the bass, you can definitely feel it, but I would not necessarily describe these as bassy speakers. If anything, there is a very specific emphasis on the highs in this speaker. Definitely get the bass all the way at 100 max. It gets a little bit uncomfortably loud, which is typically a good sign, because a good headset, in my opinion, you should not want to have it at 100% max. And this is the audio quality of the microphone of the E900 headset. What do you guys think? On to the second speaker. This is the E900 Pro. Visually, you can see the differences. These cushions are almost double the size of the E900, and you have some different color selection. And overall, personally, for extra 15 bucks, I like the look of this. The boom mic is detachable, and remember, the cables are all detachable, so if you need longer, shorter, if it gets damaged, you need to change it. For extra 15 bucks, you get a lot with this thing. So far, I'm a fan of this. So definitely you do feel these being larger compared to the first one, but ironically, this one also felt as comfortable too. But nonetheless, this is how this looks. Oh, the light is only available when you use the USB cable, which makes sense because you can draw power through this, but not through auxiliary cable. I literally listened to 2 seconds of the song, and I could tell dramatic audio quality difference between the E900 Pro versus E900. So right off the bat, the dual chamber 50 millimeter driver they have, I could notice it. Nicer separation. There is a good balance between highs and mids, versus this seemed a little bit sharp. So bass sounds better. There is a nicer balance and normalization between your highs and mids. So the highs doesn't come through as sharp as this one felt. It's a more enjoyable listening experience. And this is the audio quality of the microphone for the E900 Pro headset. What do you guys think? And on to the third and final headset. We have multiple ways to connect this. Let's start with the auxiliary cable. So I suspect this is gonna feel just like the last headset I just put on. Okay, so this boom mic doesn't extend as much as the other one, but if you remember, this is the one that rolls in and out. Oh, so when you double tap the mute button, it changes the equalizer from movie, games, and music. Let's give that a shot. Okay, the equalizer doesn't work with the auxiliary. I suspect you need to have it connected via Bluetooth or transmitter. Okay, so for some reason I am unable to use the transmitter, to use the 2.4 gigahertz connection for the low latency. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I'll reach out to the company, trying to find out what the answer is.
And this finally is the audio quality of the microphone for the E900 Bluetooth. What do you guys think?
So I know you all been listening to me for a while right now, so I'll be very, very brief. Out of the 3 speakers, 2 wired, 1 wireless. Between the 2 wired one, I highly recommend the E900 Pro. For extra 15 bucks, you get a lot. Much better sound quality, you have better ways to connect it, and you have some lights on your headset, you have better color option in my opinion, and so on and so forth. But if you want to get the wireless version, depending on how far you are from your PlayStation or how you typically work and whatnot, the Bluetooth version, you essentially get the exact same sound quality. It has the same dual chamber driver. Probably the biggest advantage and the difference is your ability to connect it via Bluetooth, via a transmitter with low latency, and you still have the wired capability. Depending on where you're buying it from, it could be only about 20 bucks more. So still, if you have that need, 20 bucks is a no-brainer, but you can absolutely not go wrong if you get the E900 Pro, which is about 50 bucks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.